there, everyone, and good afternoon. Welcome to My Chamber TV, the heart of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and I'm looking forward to our upcoming hour. It's really great to have you join us because we give everyone a platform here at My Chamber TV. The whole idea is to come in, talk about your chamber, share what your roles are, special events, different community affairs. We'd love to have you join us. I'm very, very honored to have Tina Tenray. Good afternoon.
Nice to be here.
It's so great to have Tina with us. She's actually with the Clearwater Regional Chamber. And we have a whole lot to share. And when I was reading Tina's bio, I want you to look at this. Check mark, check mark, check mark, highlight, highlight, highlight. I'm going, oh my goodness, I can resonate with what you're doing in our community. And after being an award-winning investigative journalist, did I get that right?
Correct, TV news.
You actually decided to put your career behind you, follow your passion. You went to school, became a certified financial planner to help single women, divorced women, and I'm going to let you share a little bit about that passion. In fact, we didn't even talk about this before the show because I just really wanted to hear it fresh so you can share with our viewers because you are such a motivating person for us gals out there. So
Thank you.
What got you started with that?
Well, I went into TV news because I love writing, I love asking questions, and there's such a challenge, as you know, with your history in TV, of really doing a good job of blending the sound and the writing and the person's story.
Right.
I loved it. For 12 years, I was an investigative journalist, and I specialized in uncovering financial fraud. And when I decided to resign, I was at NBC News. The network had me in Raleigh, but I was doing live shots for stations across the country. And it was actually Memorial Day, 2003, and I was covering flooding, and my brother called and said that he had been unable to get in touch with my mother. And it was 9 a.m., and I said, okay, just keep me posted. And at noon, he called me, and he said, it's not good. And I figured she was sick or something had happened, she had fallen. And he said she killed herself. And it was atrocious, obviously. It was a life-defining tragedy. And what came out of that is I realized, what can I do that would be more meaningful than television news? And my mother, even though we had grown up in an affluent suburb of New York, in Connecticut, my father was a lifelong IBMer. My mother was always, like many women, deathly afraid of running out of money. And now as a financial planner, I see women coming in with 7 figures to invest. And still, especially with single women, there's what's known as the bag lady syndrome. Am I going to have enough? How do I know that I have enough for retirement? Who will take care of me for long-term care? Can I put my kids through college? Or for female business owners, how much do I put back into the business? How much do I put toward my kids' education?
Of course, of course. I'm sorry about what happened, but you have turned this around in order to give back and to help women get themselves in a better financial state of affairs. And so this has really evolved into something that I totally fell in love with today when I did my homework on Achieve Hers. Tell me a little bit about that, how this sort of overlaps with your life.
Well, I absolutely love Clearwater. For many years I wanted to live in San Diego, but to me Clearwater is just a natural and financial paradise. I mean, you can afford to live right on the water, etc. And I was a board member of the chamber, and Bob Clifford, the president of the chamber, asked me one day to start a group, a leadership group for executive women. And we were at lunch, and I was lukewarm on the idea because I thought, really? Glass ceiling? Isn't that kind of decades behind us? And I said, let me talk to some folks in the community and get back to you. So I went to people like Holly Duncan at Morton Plant Meese Foundation, Susan Rolston at Big Brothers Big Sisters, all the community leaders, Lisa Letizio at HSN. And I said, do we need this, and what do you want from a group like this? And accomplished leaders, Barbara Inman from Habitat for Humanity, accomplished leaders like Holly Duncan said, we absolutely need it, because you know what I need is another woman that I can call at 9 o'clock at night and say, I'm having this problem in my business. Can you drop everything and help me? Mm-hmm. And women, I think, are less apt to connect with each other in business. I think that my mentors, for example, in both my careers have always been men, and I'm very thankful for them. But what I've seen achievers create is this energy and this bond between women in business. Mm-hmm. Our tagline is women sharing wisdom.
I love that. And it's just so interesting how this just flowed together. It was just meant to be. And I understand what you're saying about, like, wasn't something like this from decades ago, but you know what? As the generations evolve, and we evolve and change through times, timing, relationships, economy, governmental affairs, and so many things that are coming at us from so many different directions, you get yourself into overload.
That's very true.
And I really do feel in my heart of hearts that this group can really help women if they are a business owner, small business, major business, doesn't really matter. You know, it's something that you can connect, and like you say, at 9 o'clock at night, you know, it's easy to call a friend and cry on her shoulder,
exactly.
And that's great because it's a listening ear, okay, that you get that support, but you're not getting answers.
Correct.
So if you're connecting and engaging with other women that maybe have been there, done it before,
exactly.
maybe make a little suggestion, that's all it takes, just in a split second. It's like that aha moment that can bring you around, give you your hope back. Because goodness, when, you know, in business, I mean, men and women, we all have our moments, and not just women, it's not just men. People are people, and we all have our moments in business. Those challenges, you know, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Where do I need to go here? Do I need to go there? Is networking the best? Mm-hmm. Local, one-on-one. I find myself as a business owner getting back to relationships, building relationships, and to me that's what I see Achieve Hers is about, and just letting it amplify itself and just grow and evolve into this huge entity.
And that's what we've seen, and it still continues to impress me, is that one of the pivotal turns in Achievers was we hired Johto PR, a female-owned firm who did some market research, and they said, instead of making this just another women's organization, treat it like a business. And that was probably the single most important thing that has happened in Achievers history. And they did market research for us. And what women want more than anything were 4 things: skills, support, success stories to learn from younger and older women what to do, but also what not to do. Mm-hmm. And of course, the opportunity to network. And at our very first event at Ruth Eckerd Hall, we had more than 300 women, the largest inaugural event in Clearwater Chamber history.
You just had that, right?
In November.
That's
correct.
Right. Because it's a fairly new group.
It is. And it just keeps on mushrooming. And women are telling women, and they're saying, what an amazing impact this is having on my life. Mm-hmm. We have men who say, after coming to an event for one reason or another, how can my wife join this?
Of course.
We have, at our last event, we had a gentleman from Galen College, a director at Galen College of Nursing, come up and say, this is phenomenal. I want to be a sponsor. And he, through his involvement with Achievers, has made business connections as well. And it's been a powerful, powerful force.
That is so amazing. So how does somebody become a member with Achieve Hers?
You first join the Chamber of Commerce,
okay,
and then we welcome you. Now, of course, non-members are also welcome at our events. The rate is slightly higher, but it has really helped people who are not members find value in the chamber. And I encourage other chambers to really heed this, because I think what helps you attract chamber members and, even more importantly, retain them is again treating it like a business. So when we as business owners, when we try to bring an audience in, you provide value.
Right.
And what Achievers is doing that the Clearwater Chamber has not been able to do with certain members is provide them this unique value. And that's why Bob Clifford was such a visionary, because he saw this hole. And for example, we had the CEO of Lakeside Occupational Medical Center in Largo come, and they have not been a member of the chamber in memorable history. Mm-hmm. And she is now part of the founding group of Achievers, because she said this group is unbelievable. And Brenda Jacobson is her name, and she is a CEO. She is part of CEO roundtables in Washington, D.C., the brightest of the bright. And she says what you have going here is absolutely amazing. She'll be moderating our event on June 5th. Let's
talk about June 5th. I'm very excited about that myself. I think I'm definitely going to be attending to that, and I know it's just days away.
Thank you.
It sounds exciting. Let's talk about that.
The event on June 5th is He Said, She Said, negotiating, how men and women negotiate differently. And this was actually Brenda's brainchild, and I love it because, again, everything we do has to come back to those 4 pillars that women want. So everything has to have business value. And what this is we have a male executive from US Ameribank, and we have a female executive from HSN, Home Shopping Network. And they will be comparing and contrasting the way that what they see in the workplace, how women and men and how often they ask for what they want. But also when you're negotiating up, how you might negotiate differently with a man versus a woman, because there are differences.
That is very interesting. This is really the first that I've heard it approach this particular way. We're going to take a brief little time out here, and when we come back, I want to hear more about this, but we won't give away too much. We want you to actually join the event, and we'll give the details in the event. I believe it's down at Countryside
Country Club.
Clubhouse, or Country Club.
Yes.
That's right. It's not too far from me.
And it's a luncheon.
And it's a
so
luncheon.
You have to eat lunch anyway.
Yes, exactly. No excuses. So we're going to take a brief little time out. Don't go anywhere. Get your favorite beverage. Sit back, relax. We're going to continue right here at My Chamber TV, the heart of our community. We'll be right back after this.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Hi, everyone. I wish you were with us during our break because Tina and I were really up on both of our soapboxes, really carrying on about men and women and how our brains are wired so differently. And we were just having a blast.
We were, absolutely.
You're watching My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marvel Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. With me is Tina Tenray.
Yes.
I love saying that, Tina Tenray.
It's like made for TV name.
I know.
People said, did you make that up? I said, would I really make something up that is that hard to spell and pronounce?
There you go. There you go. Tina is with the Clearwater Regional Chamber, and she gave up her career in television, actually, as a journalist in investigative reporting.
Correct.
To follow her passion, which she is doing quite nicely, and I can't wait to engage personally in the Achieve Hers and some of the different events that you have going on. So we were just touching on the June 5th event, and that is going to be held at Countryside
Country Club.
Country Club.
Yes.
And is that from the lunch hour?
Correct, 11:30 to 1.
Okay. And the cost is?
$35 for members and
Okay.
$45 for non-members.
Okay.
And that's chamber members.
And I just love the name of this. He said, she said.
Yes.
I mean, I adore that.
Yes.
So let's talk about that a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to come to this event. What can I expect?
Well, we're actually asking people who register, and you can register at achievers.org, but we're asking people to register and give us their questions about negotiating. Because really what we're trying to help people with is how to get what you want at work. So many women especially are afraid to ask for what they want. I remember when I first started at the financial planning firm Provise where I worked, people said, how did you get your office painted? And I said, I asked for it. And it's really hard to make that ask. But it's also hard when you're a female sometimes to understand what the person on the other side of the table wants, meaning the bottom line, or some people want the whole story.
Sure.
So we're helping people with that. We're helping people understand what they're worth and how executives at the top level see different asks being made by men versus women. Men are traditionally more aggressive.
Okay. So can we give an example, just for an example? The difference with, say, a woman versus a man?
Sure. Typically, and you'll hear more about this at lunch and how to bridge the gap, but typically a man will go in and say, I'm worth this. And he might even say it, with a little swagger or because he's confident. And a woman will say, well, I've really been working hard on this and kind of come at it in a more circuitous fashion. And so we'll be talking about which way is better and how to meld aspects of both to really get what you want and have that confidence. But the confidence with a certain level of respect that helps you really achieve success.
And professionally and all that.
Exactly.
That is very exciting. And it's not a really long drawn out affair, so I'm thinking that you're really going to be covering this with the major bullet points and all, which I just love. So that's June 5th, Countryside
At
Country Club, 11:30 to
Yes.
1, I believe I saw that
Correct.
posted. Okay. Let me bring up some other points, and seeing that I might be over 40, I do need my glasses for a second. So we also want to talk about the things that you specialize in, which are my passion, very close to my heart. You help women who are divorced or widowed, and like you said earlier, who often have that same bag lady syndrome and the fear of being put out on the street, which was something that, you know, your mom was always pained about. I have to be honest, I've been a single mom. I know what that feels like. And in what a person needs to do to really pick themselves up by the bootstraps and move forward. First of all, you've got to really get your heart right in your head and your emotions and everything. Never mind the financial planning part of it.
Exactly.
So once we do all that, we must have a financial plan. And that's where you come in and you're very passionate about. What are some of the tips that you can give?
Well, the plan is everything. So many people go to a stockbroker because all they want is the investments. But the plan makes all the difference, especially for women, because what women really want, I find, is security. It's not about the bottom line, whether I have $3 million or $4 million, or whether I made 8% or 10% this quarter. What they want is to know that at the end of the day, they'll be able to have the retirement they want. They'll be able to put their kids to the school they want to go to. All of those things, they'll have the long-term care that when they're in their elder years.
Sure.
They'll be able to take care of their parents in the way that they want. So really, to lay out a roadmap to achieve those goals means the world. I remember when I decided to make the transition from TV news to financial planning, I had to take a significant pay cut. And I went to see a financial planner. And he laid out my entire financial plan, which I still look at as a benchmark. A lot of things have changed, but that's the beauty of financial planning, is you have this roadmap that is dynamic, that we look at every day.
And that in itself, I would think, gives you that comfort zone. That is the security blanket.
Exactly. I know where I'm going, and if we have a setback, we adjust, and I still know where I'm going.
See, that's the key right there. There is nothing like sort of flailing in the wind, not knowing what your future is going to be.
Yes.
And you know, for so many years, I mean, moms stayed home, wives stayed home, and dependent on the husband, the father, as the breadwinner. It's changed, it's evolved for so many reasons.
Yes.
Why women are out in the workforce. But yet we still want to maintain our motherhood, be a good mom at the same time. And I think that with having a better financial plan, it gives you more self-confidence.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. I recently, actually, one of the first couples I met with in my financial planning career was a married couple. And it's natural for a male financial advisor to look at the male client, especially if the male client is driving all the decisions and answering all the questions. So my partner and I met with this couple, and afterwards I get an email from her, the wife, saying, ever since we met with you, my husband is asking my opinion on financial matters because he saw you asking my opinion in the meeting. And before that, her husband had made all the decisions, which is absolutely fine, and in many couples it's necessary to delegate. We can't have time to do everything.
Sure.
So especially with working women, one partner has to take over the finances. But what I see is exactly what you said. When a woman knows more, she can express her opinion, and often extremely good points. And God forbid, when a divorce happens or an unexpected death, you have more solid footing, which means the world.
Exactly. And you know, the only thing that we're never really promised tomorrow. All we have is in and of the
Correct.
moment. The moment
Correct.
is living, and I'm trying myself to live more in the moment. However, having my eyes on the future and feeling some degree of security is very comforting to me. I mean, my kids are grown and raised, and the last thing I want to do is live with my kids.
Yes.
And I don't want to be
exactly
out on
it.
the street.
Yes.
Okay, so to have that solidity,
Yes.
that comfort zone, you can go to bed at night, sleep more comfortably, obviously, instead of laying there in bed. And believe me, I think we've all done it. A lot of us have done it, where we're laying there thinking, okay, I have this in my checkbook. Let me add that up again and see if that's really right. Maybe I have more. No, that's still all I have. Mm-hmm. Have we not done that? Have you not done that? I mean, it to the point, I mean, being a single mom, it was just one of those things, you know, you do the best you can with what you have to
Correct.
work with. It's a lot of self-discovery.
Correct.
And that's why getting back to this Achieve Hers, it's just an engaging niche group that I see exploding. Just exploding.
And you know what's so powerful is it's one thing to trade business tips and business connections within and learn within the concept of Achievers. Mm-hmm. But what has really surprised me is recently one of us was nominated for an award and was a finalist. Another one was on the board of a local nonprofit. And to each of those events, an entire band of Achievers reserved a table and were right there cheering the other woman on.
I love that.
And when we're all super busy, and we're not necessarily social friends outside the business framework, which is exactly the distinction that you drew. You know, it's one thing to have your girlfriend that you can call at midnight and cry. It's another thing to have these business women around you who get what it's like to be running a business.
Yes.
And who say, I'm right there with you, girlfriend, and I'm going to
Right.
help you
Right.
any way
Right.
I can in business.
It's a different girlfriend.
Exactly.
It's women of like minds in business.
Exactly. And it's one that I would venture is rarer than the one who will go to the mall with you. Because I think, again, so often there's this competition.
Yes, I agree. We are already running out of time. I cannot believe this. So if you're just tuning in, we're here at My Chamber TV really engaging with Tina about her mission, her passion with Achieve Hers that was really put together as a result of the Chamber Regional Clearwater Chamber. Clearwater Regional Chamber.
That's
Goodness,
it.
That's
It's a
it.
mouthful.
That is a mouthful. So you have an event coming up on June 5th.
June 5th.
It's called He Said, She Said. And I'll
How
let you
men
finish.
and women negotiate differently. And it's at 11:30 at Countryside Country Club. Luncheon, full luncheon will be served. So far, 102 people registered. We are going to have to cut it off at 120.
So it's all, you guys are almost there.
Correct.
All right. So if you would like to join, feel free to go ahead and go to the website. You can enroll. You can also sign up for the newsletter, which is what I've done already. And I look forward to seeing you again. Maybe you'll come back and
I would love to.
and tell us more and update and everything. So we didn't give away the whole secrets or anything. You need to go to this event in order to see it. And I want to thank you so much. You're such a
Thank
delight.
you. Likewise.
And congratulations on your endeavors with
Thank you
Achieve
very
Hers.
much.
And
Look
we'll
forward
see.
to seeing you there.
Yes, I will see you there. And we'll see you back right after this.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marvell Kelly. Boy, we had a really good time with Tina Tenray from the Clearwater Regional Chamber. A lot of great points that she brought up about women in business and how women and men negotiate a little bit differently. So I look forward to going to that event. Anyway, we're going to be talking here with our producer extraordinaire, Mr. John Gaston from Tampa Bay Multimedia, which is the studio where we air from on Wednesdays with My Chamber TV. And I'm just waiting for him to pop up in the screen somewhere. Are you out there mic'd up, John? Oh my goodness. What are you hiding behind me? What are you doing? You're like bigger than God. How did... Oh. Wait a minute. Let me get out of the way. I knew it. He wants to play. He wants to play.
That's the best part of it, but watch this. Right?
What are you doing?
This is how cool what we do. Boom.
He is amazing. He told me he can do anything, and I believe that because that's just what he's doing. So wait a minute, how come you're bigger than me now? Is it because we had this whole
It's my ego.
Men women thing talk
after
earlier?
having Tina on, I got to pump myself up.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. I love her to death. She's awesome.
I know. When we were saying good things about men, we love men. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for
Well,
men.
you know, the whole thing that you guys were talking about, I love listening to you guys at the break, because the breaks are fun, because that's when the real talk stops. And how you were talking about, you know, men and women and how we conceive things differently and how we think and how we process. And
Yeah.
my wife and I are big in our church. We did this Pink and Blue seminar. And it is amazing. The things that you were talking about is exactly what he was talking about. He talks, and then his wife talks. And it's, you know, the way he was describing it is the way we process, you know, like if you went out and bought a How to Build a Birdhouse book for your husband.
Right.
He would say, hey, that's awesome. You know, appreciate this. You know, let's go buy some wood. Now, if he went out and bought a Better Way to Eating and gave it to you, typically the women would go, what, am I fat? You know what I'm saying? It's how.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, it's like, what do I need this for? What's, you know? So, and then one of the things that men are fixers. You know, we try to fix everything. So my wife would come home and she would be just, this is my day and this was aggravating, blah, blah, you know. I mean, she has good days, but those bad days. She'd come home and what would I want to do? Well, I'll go fix it. Well, this is what you should do. Well, no. Men out
we
there,
don't want to
you
hear
need
that.
to understand something. Just shut up and listen. If they need help, they will ask for it. If they don't need help, just listen and go, oh, that was a horrible day, or that was a great day. You know, that's what, and that alone has made so much difference in our relationships. So I get that. I get that whole side of it and how we perceive things. And it's crazy.
men and, you know, I think if men and women will just understand that our brains are wired differently.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't make up that on my own. And as I was saying, giving credit to my husband, who was my life coach and still is to this day, is explaining things so that it's easier to understand.
Yeah.
And why men and women, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, significant others, why they cannot get along is because of their brains. And I often say, I mean, I know I'm giving a plug, but read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. It will give you such a true picture. I gave those books to both of my sons so that they can have a better grasp of it, because at least if you understand that our brains are wired differently and you know how to kind of go through the life, when the man wants to go to his man cave, girls, you gotta just let him go. In fact, my husband I bought him a sign that's right on the outside of his double doors into his office, man cave. Women have to have permission or something like that.
That's funny.
But, you know, and that's the other thing, you got to have some humor. But that's what we were talking about with Tina Tenray and that seminar.
You know, I've worked both of their events.
Have you?
Yeah, I did the one in November, was huge. The one she was talking about, 300 people.
Yeah.
They did it at Ruth Eckerd Hall.
Yeah.
And in the great room, packed. Absolutely packed.
I am so not surprised, really. Yeah. She's just got such a great concept going on.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. And there's really, you know, I poke fun, but there's really no man bash in it. It's just a joke.
I know. We have fun behind the scenes, on camera, off camera. It's great.
Yeah.
So we have been doing My Chamber TV for how long now?
Well, since we have relaunched on March 19th.
Yes.
That was our first one. That was me and you.
Yep.
Talking about what's going on. Mm-hmm. And since then, we've had a lot of chambers on.
Yes, we have. And I have not even branched out into the outskirts.
No, exactly.
And this is so true. I tell all of my guests, I can't seem to get past our chambers that are our immediate chambers surrounding us, because we get new interest from those same chambers, and then we have return cameo appearances from the guests that have already been on because they just love the concept.
Yep.
Basically, what My Chamber TV is all about, for anyone tuning in, wondering what's going on here, is that John Gaston had this really great idea about going to the Chamber of Commerce's in our area, in the Tampa Bay area, and inviting them to come on to do a little talk, a little interview on the various roles that board members board members fulfill, and then if they have a business or if they have a business owner that is a member of the chamber, they can come on and talk about different events. I just think it's a phenomenal idea, and it's our way of giving back to the community because it's just a wonderful way to interact and communicate.
It's something that gives. I mean, it's not. We haven't invented anything new. This is just a reinvention of ideas that have been out there. But I always said that they needed a way to get it out there, just better. I'm a video guy. I can't stand to read. If it doesn't come on a CD or an MP3 player, I can't download it. It's not going in front of me.
I'm right with you.
If I could make the websites hit them and read everything that's on there to me, that'd be better. But that's about my only reading is I get is from the web. So because I'm always researching new gear or new technology or how to do it better. Because it's always out there how to do it better.
Right, and TV media, the internet, the web, it's all really growing and changing, and it will always be growing and changing and evolving. Just when I thought I was done with TV, then John gives me a call.
I suck you right back into the vortex.
Gosh, you did. How did you do that?
Yes.
But I'm glad you did. It's fun, and we're here usually every Wednesday, and it's fun. We do this. John and I just sort of banter back and forth and just kick around some things. And
so let me ask you a question. Out of all the chambers that we've had in here,
don't you dare.
Which one do you think has been the most interesting? Not your favorite, but just interesting.
Oh, the most interesting.
Who keeps us the busiest?
It's the Clearwater Regional that keeps us the busiest. And Kathy Berry, God love her.
That chamber is moving.
They are rocking. They are smoking. Yep. And I'll tell you, they are also involved with governmental affairs, which is very, very
that's
impressive.
huge. I don't know why. Yeah. I understand why they all don't do it because they're not big enough. But to me, that's just something every business needs to know what's going on. Sure. Is what's going on in the government because that's what affects us.
Absolutely.
Whether we can do it for taxes or what we can and do. So I mean, like a while back, one of the cities was trying to make it where you couldn't park your wrapped vehicle in your driveway.
Oh, I remember that.
And it's like, so the Chambers stepped up, and a lot of people it's like, no, it's not going to happen.
Well, you asking me that question, and I'm thinking that each chamber has something different compared to the next chamber. They're not all created the same in any way. They all have their own little niche and their own little area. We've even had the brand new chamber, a fairly new chamber, with the Trinity Odessa come on.
Yeah, that's a cool little chamber.
Yes.
And it was, they created it out of necessity. So.
Absolutely. And demand. And boy, that went up really fast.
Yeah, they blew. It's, I mean, I don't know what's going on, and I really don't want to get into the politics of it, but, sometimes, it's you get into a place where it's so big, a smaller, nicer feel, you want that. You want that, you go in, everybody.
Right.
Sometimes you go to these, and I've gone to chamber mixers all over the state of Florida, and some of them you're like one of 500.
Sure. And you get sort of lost.
Yeah, you don't know anybody, and then if you don't know anybody, I don't care what anybody says. When you're networking, to get past that first introduction is the big thing, and some people just can't get past it.
Exactly.
It's they want to, and they know they need to. But if you know one person, that's all it takes, because that one person can do an introduction. And next thing you know, when other people see you talking and interacting, they'll interact with you. If some people see you hiding in a corner, a lot of people will just let you hide in that corner.
Sure.
They won't. Some of the chambers are not like that. They'll come up to you and go, "Hey, who are you? You're new. I don't know who you are. Blah blah blah." But there's a lot of them I've been to where I've actually gone to some and sat back and just watched.
Watch when
and I never got approached.
Isn't that
Never.
interesting? Well, you know, in your business too, with Tampa Bay Multimedia, going to these different events, you are exposed to a lot of different personalities, a lot of
yeah.
different businesses. So you really almost have a handle on the pulse of this whole Tampa Bay area, because I know that's where I first met you at one of the local chambers. And here we are. We circle back around yet again.
And that's something I want the chambers to know, that if they've got an event and they want some extra exposure, getting us there is not a big deal. They just got to call. They either, I'm going to put your email up so that way people can email you, Miss Barbara. Where's that
Barbara
at?
at My Chamber
There it is.
TV.
So all they got to do is contact you, or they can call, or actually they can go to the website, mychambertv.com, and go to the contact and contact us through that way.
That's right.
And a lot of them already know my cell phone. So if they want to call me, we'll set something up, because we do this live. What we're doing right now, we can do it live from their event. And what we do is when we're there, we talk to some of the people that are there, because you always want everybody's vibe. You don't say, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's a great event, blah, blah, blah. But we also want to bring in the vendors and let them have their 2 minutes on, because, you know, it's about, that's what they're there for, is try to get people to get to them. It's a big deal.
You know, it's exciting to know that we have this capability, and I am such a firm believer in what you think about, you bring about.
Amen.
I am looking so forward to getting out into the community and attending these events, doing that, as they have called for many years, man on the street. I want to call it woman on the street. I want to get that microphone up and just get out there into some of the businesses and talk about why their business is different, and help them come on here. Like you said, come on our show. You can have the platform and talk about what's so great about your business, if you're a board member, what your role is, special events. We've had a lot of great charity events that we've been promoting as well, and that just always does our hearts good.
Well, we had a young man from oh goodness, he was it with the Oldsmar? No, that's not called. It's Upper Tampa Bay. His name was it Matt? Social media
Yes,
kid. Yeah.
Matt.
What a great guy.
Yes.
I mean, he wasn't on the board, but he was a strong part of the chamber, and so he came on and talked. I have no problem bringing businesses on here, even if you're not a board member. We don't care, but we just want to make sure that when they come on, that they talk a little bit about their chamber and themselves.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because we want people, we want old businesses, we want new businesses.
Yes.
We want these people to say, oh, well, this is what the chamber's done for me. It's how it's helped me out. It's helped me grow my business. That's what everybody needs to hear, because people that are sitting on the sidelines and going, I need to be a chamber member, but I don't really know why, or what do they do for me, or, you know, how involved do I got to get? And it's like Kathy says, you put into it, you get out what you put in.
That's Kathy Berry from the Clearwater Chamber.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't,
true.
You don't put anything in, you're not going to get anything out. It's just that's just a waste of money. And then every year when they go to renew that that fee, they're like, I didn't get anything out of it. But they're not sitting there going, well, I kind of really didn't put anything into it either. So
Exactly.
Use
if
it
you
as a
don't jump
tax
in with
write-off.
both feet, what are you going to get out of it, really?
And that's the great thing about chamber. Any chamber, when you get involved, it's the people you meet are awesome, and that to me alone is just we're by nature we're a social species.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We crave it. You can get all these kids and all these people. Oh, I'm dark and I'm a loner. Crap. That's not right. That's BS. Everybody walking the face of this planet needs interaction.
Absolutely.
And they crave it. They're just scared to death to go out and try to get it.
Exactly. And a lot of times they don't know how to approach people. No. I mean, to listen to what Tina was talking about as far as this upcoming event on how men and women negotiate differently in business, I'm anxious to hear what they have come up with, the different little tips. I mean, she gave a little bit, but she didn't give it all away.
Right,
so we got to show up.
Back. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Are you going to go?
I want to go if there's still any openings, but they're almost sold out.
Oh, so. I think I can get you in there.
Do you think?
I'm there.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm running. I run the audio. I was gonna say, I'm one of the few guys that I guess they allow in because they know nothing bothers me.
It's all good.
don't
It's
care.
all good stuff, John. We
And
know
they're
you make your
great
way
people.
around town with your camera and your crew.
Yep. And we're actually, this will be the first one. Did we film the first? We filmed the very first one, but the lighting where we were at was horrible.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it was so bad. Oh, I couldn't. It was just bad. And it's nothing against Ruth Eckerd Hall. It's just not what that room is set up for.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this room here where they're at, when the last time was over Countryside, it's a pretty level lit room. So we're going to videotape it as well as run the audio for
Oh,
them.
good.
Yeah, I'm not going crazy. I'm just going to set a camera up. So
Cool.
yeah.
That'll be really good.
Yeah, they're really good people. And the chamber, Clearwater Chamber, I mean, they're the bomb. So.
Well, I think since we started My Chamber TV, it seems like the Clearwater Chamber has really had a lot of shows with us because we keep getting different guests and
Yep.
return and all that.
Them and West Pasco seem to be they're just movers.
Yes, West Pasco
they're
too. Chip Wichmanowski
yeah.
and that group.
Yeah, they're constantly going and the others are too. But you know what? They'll get on the bandwagon and then it'll be like we're double booked. Some
I've
Wednesdays.
already had that, and I've already had a couple of guests that wanted to come on together at the
Yeah.
same time, but then they had conflicts. So I am booking out through the end of the year, and it's really exciting to see the response of people want to come on here, and they come in and they see that it's laid back, it's
Yeah.
very conversational.
Yep.
The lighting is great because we look so good,
Yeah. I
and
thought
even
you
the
were-
audio isn't bad.
I thought. Oh, thanks. Appreciate
John
that.
hits the right buttons, right?
Yeah, well, there's this one dude. I really, I can't wait for the summer. And this is very selfish of me, but when the summertime gets here and my kids are off school, I got 2 extra texts, which is phenomenal. Because my oldest son, who actually is graduating on Monday, is one of probably the best switchers around here for his age.
Really?
He's learned all the systems we've ever done, and he knows them, and he knows them well. So I don't have to worry.
Keeping it in the family. I love it.
Hey, and then my youngest, he wants to be an audio engineer, so I'm training him on the audio.
That is so wonderful.
But
and
when we sitting right here, I mean, you guys don't see but I've literally got the video control, audio control, feedback. I mean, it's all right here. So
it's fun.
It
It
is.
is so fun. It really is. I'm glad that you made that phone call.
yeah. Now we need to let everybody know next week there's no show.
No show.
No
But
show.
We'll be working behind the scenes.
We're working behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yes, we are. But we're taking next week off because the state of Florida needs to have my advice. I guess that's a good way to put it, right?
There you go.
They're
I
asking
like
for
the
my
way you
advice.
put that. Yeah, that's
So,
good.
Yeah, so they've got my attention next week. So, but we will be back the week after, and
Yes, we will.
rolling strong. And if you have any suggestions, now I'm talking to the viewers. That if anybody has any suggestions of who we need to be on here and who we need to contact, let us know, and we'll
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
contact them.
Absolutely. I have my whole contact list,
Yep.
and believe me, everyone I call, nobody's turned me down.
No.
The only ones that maybe have is because they might have had a conflict on
Well,
the date or something, and
yeah.
we just reschedule it.
I know we talked to Clearwater Beach,
Yeah.
but they were right in that middle of that taste. Oh, and I worked it. Let me tell you something. It is a big deal for
I
them.
heard.
So
I heard.
I'll probably go down there next week and say, hey, we really want you on, and because I know I want to get Dunedin, Palm Harbor, Tampa. Tampa keeps saying they're going to come over, but I haven't heard from
They
them yet.
will.
So
They will. And
I know
just-
there's another one that's really busy. So
They're really busy. I find
yeah.
it so fascinating, all the different events, and I'm learning so much about the community. I've lived here since 1984. 1984.
Yep.
And this is truly the first, and actually I would say probably the best time for me to learn about my community, this whole Tampa
Yep.
Bay area. It's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I think we're going to wrap it up here
All right.
because we have another show to get prepared for, which I think is your husband's show.
Oh, you mean Prime Time TV
Prime
show?
time.
You'll have to stick around right at 2 o'clock. We're going to actually be coming back with our show called Primetime TV. And what we do is we just share a lot of tips on living the best, your primetime life.
Yes,
So
yes.
We'll take a brief little time out, grab that favorite beverage. We'll be right back in
Nope.
just a few.
No, we're closing the show this night.
Oh,
this
that's
time.
right.
I know.
We're closing right now. Coming
Yep.
back later.
We'll see it. We'll let everybody come back to your show. And is it 2:30?
2 o'clock.
2
2:30?
o'clock. See,
2
you
o'clock.
know.
See, we don't
good
even
thing
know.
you're here because
2:30. Yeah, it's a good thing. The last time we closed the show early.
Yeah.
Because we can do like what we want.
exactly. No one's sitting there yelling at us, going, "You can't do that."
You can't do
You can't
that.
do that.
But we do keep it clean.
Yep,
And
exactly.
it's always live and it's always unrehearsed. So thanks a lot, John, for bantering back and forth and co-hosting with me. I can't wait to do that again. So we'll see you not next week, but the following week right here at My Chamber TV. And if you want to go ahead and see the archive shows, go to mychambertv.com. Thanks for joining us. Have a beautiful day.